I've been asked about the green and black pile blocks behind me in some of my videos. It is not actually a plastic wrapped forgotten temple of the Incas or a giant's Lego set, as I'm sure you were thinking. And although it did have its moments when it appeared to be a sculpture designed by Stevie Nicks as an homage to Rachel Whiteread, what actually lies beneath is rather more prosaic and is in fact haylage. Hurrah! None the wiser? Well, stick around for the thrilling explanation. And also the mystery of who or what caused the holes that are so inelegantly taped up in these bales, which I have been stoically repairing, unaware that that is indeed a vital process, more of which anon. But first, what is haylage? You may well ask, as I did indeed myself. But first a caveat, because to be honest, I don't really have much to do with this side of the farm, so my knowledge of it is a little scant, to be honest. So it's just what I picked up as I've gone along. And so in a way, this could be a bit like getting the instructions to your flat pack wardrobe, but not the Allen key. Anyway, here's my amateur's guide. So essentially there's hay, haylage or silage as options for one's crop, and it's all about how dry it is, really. Hay is the driest and silage the wettest, and haylage is in the middle somewhere. Also, I know there's a question you have been pondering for years, and that is, what is the difference between hay and straw? Well, hay is deliberately grown as nutritious food for livestock, and straw is more of a byproduct of arable cropping and doesn't really have any nutritional value, but it is ace for bedding. You see, hay needs to be at least 75 to 80% dry matter, but this means there needs to be at least 3 full days of warm, dry weather, or more if the crop is still rain-soaked, as ours was, and that allows for the full harvesting process from cutting to baling. Now, if the weather gods don't allow such a luxury as 3 or 4 or 5 whole days of sunshine to allow you to be tedding with your hay bob, that's your actual farmer speak for flipping the grass over a few times to make it as dry as possible for hay, then it gets baled and wrapped at 50 to 75% dry matter, and that's haylage. Anything else really wetter than that is silage, and that's also wrapped. It's thrilling, isn't it? By the way, the wrapping causes an anaerobic environment, and this ferments and preserves the grass, which makes it utterly delicious for the cows and the sheep. Utterly delicious. Literally ludicrous. I'm sorry, I apologize. It makes it very delicious for all the animals, including the crows, by the way, who peck holes in it, looking for whatever's trapped underneath, I suppose. And I don't really blame them, though, because it smells so glorious. It's so addictive, I can't stop sniffing it. Weirdo. What does it smell like? It smells a bit like horses, you know, and apples and various things. I'm sure somewhere in a French perfume house, Fragonard or somewhere, they've already created this smell. They've captured it in a bottle. Oh, it's so lovely. And when it ferments slightly after this process, it'll just be absolutely yum. I'm eating it myself, in fact. Our weather is reliably unreliable, and so any farmer growing any arable crop hopes each year for kindly circumstances that allow for the best growing and harvesting. Farmers obsessively weather watch, and it's hardly surprising as their livelihood is at stake. Last year, the rain was relentless, and trying to find a window of opportunity to harvest became an obsession for us, and to be honest, increasingly frustrating and desperate. But nature cocks a snook at such mortal trivialities and carried on growing and generally running amok, frankly. Very naughty. And there wasn't an opportunity, a dry spell, so we ended up opting for haylage, hence this mega stack. And when the holes do appear in the bales from the pesky crows or whoever it is who's nibbled them, and I promise it wasn't me, they have to be taped over to maintain that anaerobic environment inside them. But luckily, I had already been doing this. I didn't know that this was the right thing to do, but I have already done it. And it was very, very cold the day I did it. It's so windy today that my microphone is just not coping. So I'm up on the bales, like you do, because you can't see because the light is overcompensating on the camera, but in the sky right now are literally hundreds of crows and seagulls and things. I feel like Tippi Hedren. It's Tippi. But the crows especially have been pecking holes. I don't know if you can see these holes in the bales looking for whatever's underneath, so I've come up here to tape over them. I don't know if that's a thing, but it is for me now. So where there's a hole pecked by a crow, grass, apparently this is couch grass, that's how you say it, or couch, some people say, or some other term. I have to come up with another term though, because I can't call it couch, because that's what my friend in America calls her lady bits. So I can't call it that. I'll have to think of find another name. There must be another name. It's so windy! It's probably not couch, cooch, twitch, quick grass. Anyway, it's probably ryegrass, but as that's what's in the bales. But I don't have a story about ryegrass. I only have a story about cooch. Gonna make things fit, you know. Look at this sky. Well, I finished that. It's quite windy. Frozen to the core. I don't even know if this is a real job, taping bales. It seems like the most random thing, but I needed something to do while I'm waiting for Adele to finish working or anyone else to be free, because people have lives and all those good things. And then there'll be Christmas and all of that to get past. So I've got to do something. And this seemed like a good idea. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's probably not even a real thing, but I've quite enjoyed it. It's been very therapeutic. So if you need to feed any livestock this winter, you know where to come.